TGI Friday. Hey there, how you doing? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with the cryptocurrency market? Well, it looks like we got another day of green, and that's absolutely fantastic as always, right? We love to continue to see our money grow and continue to increase in value. We got $175 billion for a market cap. I mean, that's up another $5 billion on yesterday. That's great, right? We got $6.1 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That's also an increase, and we got BTC dominance continuing to hold on at the other side of 45%. So, I mean, we're not slipping back there as the market cap increases. We got BTC continuing to go up 2.9%. We're looking at $4,782. We've seen over $4,800 last night, early this morning, setting all new highs in the market cap. Let's see, we got Ethereum coming in at $387. That's up 1.5%. So that's continuing to grow right there, getting closer back to that $400 so they can get their all-time highs again. They reduced the amount on block rewards on Ethereum, so I mean, this is definitely helping to help increase the value. Plus, they're going closer to Metropolis. They got all these ICOs running on it. I mean, Ethereum has definitely seen some increases this year, right? We got BCH coming in at $595. That's some sideways movement at the moment, but I mean, BCH is seeing sideways movement here, a little below the $600 mark, which is starting to show some support lines in. We got BCH starting to open up. They're on a lot of the exchanges. A lot of wallets are starting to support them. So, I mean, I don't think this BCH is going anywhere anytime soon. We got Ripple coming in at 25.1 cents. That's up 9%. I mean, that's great. There they go, making some gains for all you people invested in Ripple. We got Litecoin. Look at this, 15%. Nice. I love it when my money makes 15%. How about you, right? We got $75.10. Definitely looking like we're going to reach that $100 by the end of the year as long as we don't see any major slide backs. We got NEM coming in at 32.3 cents. That's some sideways movement at the moment, which is always good, too, to see support lines put in. We got Dash coming in at $381. It's up 2.5%. We're still continuing to see slow, steady gains coming out of Dash this month. That's awesome. We got Monero coming in at $139.81. That's up 0.7, so still some sideways movement. I'd consider that, but I mean, we're still holding at this value because I mean, not that long ago we were looking at the $50 Monero, right? We got Ethereum Classic. Hey, there they go. They're looking for those gains, and they just found them. 15.3% coming in at $18.40. Hopefully they continue to see this and get up there closer to $20. That'd be great. Ethereum Classic has been very appreciated lately, so hopefully they can break out here as we continue to see this cryptocurrency market cap grow. We got Zcash. They're gaining 4.5% today either, and that's nothing really to laugh at. I mean, I want an extra 4.5% on all the money I own, right? We got $285 there. We got Steam making 4.8% too, coming in at $1.55, which has been liking anywhere between $1.30 and $1.60 is where Steam's been liking to hang out lately. We got Steam back dollar coming in at $1.01. That's down 5% on yesterday. Nothing big there because it's still on the other side of the buck as far as I'm concerned. So, what do we got going on here on BNC for news today? Well, it looks like news is coming up a little bit scarce. When you reach these all-time highs in the BTC price, next thing you start hearing is either people putting out the news about how BTC price is increasing, how it's gone up so much this year, how there's so many new investors and all of this. Or on the flip side of this coin, you see articles like you did today out of CNBC where they're talking about, when comparing the Bitcoin price and all of the increases to the dot-com bubble and how it's very similar. When all of this stuff is being said, what I always go back to is something Andrew Antonopoulos said, and he stops and he says that this is a disruptive technology. And I mean, that's what this is. This is a massively disruptive technology that's in the infancy. And as it continues to grow, it's going to grow in leaps and bounds, and the amount of user adoption is going to also increase in leaps and bounds. So, I mean, you're going to see situations that look similar to like bubbles and this dot-com bubble, but it's actually just that how often do you see in like an individual life, how often do you see disruptive technology come about? How many times have you sat there through your life and seen something that didn't really exist, like 3D printing, and now 3D printing is cheap, easy, and affordable? These technologies don't come along every day, so this type of growth you don't see it. It's hard to predict. You can't look at it and not have fears of missing out. You can't look at it and see it and say, oh, this is a good thing because it's going somewhere and this is why the price is increasing. Whenever you see massive gains like this and people getting rich overnight, everybody has to go out there and down it. They have to start saying, you can't do this and that's not right. That's also why we're seeing so much regulation into Bitcoin right now, and these ICOs. as you move forward into the future, Bitcoin is going to be the way of life. I mean, there's no doubting it at this point as we continue to see all the mass flood of people coming into it, as we see fiat cash getting worse and worse, especially in certain regions of the world. I mean, this disruptive technology of Bitcoin is going to take over. And I mean, it may not be in my lifetime. I mean, I may not be a 65-year-old man sitting here with everybody having Bitcoin on their wallet. But I mean, I do have beliefs that either my son or my grandchild is going to be definitely using Bitcoin as a form of payment. And I'm sure that by then there will be no fiat cash around, and we'll be constantly, or we'll be all consumed in some sort of digital currency as a way of, paying for everything and getting paid in. And with that being said, I mean, the next thing is that with the price of Bitcoin being up so high, I mean, $4,782. I mean, 1 year ago on August 31st in 2016 at the close of, the midday or whatever, BTC price was around $576. I mean, and now we're looking at $4,782. I mean, this stuff is getting extremely hard to get a hold of. The concept of changing your fiat cash that you have extra from your paycheck from working a 9 to 5 and buying Bitcoin and hoping that it's going to grow into the, currency of the future and you're going to be able to retire it is getting diminished. It's the amount of Bitcoin you're receiving for your dollar is less and less. So, I mean, putting this stuff away and getting, what are you saying? You want 21 Bitcoin, you want 10 Bitcoin by the time you retire. I mean, now we're looking at, for what I'm looking at, I mean, this is almost 2 months' salary. So, I mean, the ability to put away 2 months' salary across a year, I mean, I'm looking at being able to save a Bitcoin if I'm lucky. Well, I mean, at 21 Bitcoin, I mean, and then the price exponentially growing as it is, I'm going to be able to put away less and less Bitcoin every single year. I mean, situations like this make me regret back when Bitcoin was $700, not taking out loans from the banks and selling all the cars and buying Bitcoin then. I mean, I could be a rich man, right? With Bitcoin doing what it's doing, you got to start trying to see if you can't find other ways of making Bitcoin. I mean, I got my YouTube video out here, and this is how I'm trying to see about getting, you guys to donate some cryptocurrency and Bitcoin to me as a way of, creating and getting Bitcoin without actually exchanging my hard-earned fiat cash for this stuff. But, I mean, there's lots of other ways out there. There's mining, there's trading, there's all these other things, but it's the scams that are the problem. Because when you get out there and you get invested in the scams, I mean, it's more of a moral issue of you're investing in a scam, and yes, you may be making money, but you're hurting the whole cryptocurrency situation in space. Because when people get burned by scams, especially when they're new to the situation, it puts a bad taste in their mouth, and they usually just want to exit the situation. And then they just find themselves at a loss because they're not going to re-enter the situation for a few more years when it gets almost impossible to want to come in and think that you're going to put all your money in this and be able to retire and have what we're all hoping and dreaming to have. So, I mean, cryptocurrency, I mean, this is an evolving thing. I mean, there's lots of dynamic angles of what's happening here. Everybody has their own perspective on the situation. You just kind of have to get out there and find what you need out of cryptocurrency and see what you can't do to make it work for you. And for me, I mean, I'm just looking to make some extra cryptocurrency, put it away for retirement, and see what I can't do for my part to get cryptocurrency to become massively adopted around the world. And, I mean, I'm only one guy, and I'm not the brightest out there, but I think my thoughts are helping a few of you new people out there, get into cryptocurrency and, start investing some of your money into BTC so that you can have some of these similar plans of retiring, or at least just having some extra money next year to get some things done around the house, or treat your wife right, or, do something nice for your kids. So as always, as I keep saying, I love this community here. I love receiving your emails at the free help desk service at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. I have all kinds of affiliation codes down below to help you guys out. And to help me out, I have donational addresses, and I got affiliation codes for Amazon. So if you can use any of those, that's a great way to help me out here. Also, I'm on Steemit. Come on over. Please upvote my post. It's one of the best things you can do to help out this channel. And as always, if you're not there, please hop on Steemit. Get you that free cryptocurrency. I mean, as I'm saying, this stuff's hard to come by. You got to figure out how to get it. You got to figure out how to hold it. Because, I mean, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt later on if you didn't. Because, I mean, I already kicked myself in the butt for some of the cryptocurrency I've sold and some of the opportunities I've passed up. Because, I mean, as this stuff is growing so exponentially, it is going to be hard to get a hold of. So remember, you guys got to keep your BTC safe.